Hello guys, my name is Amber and this is MFM. I try to post every Monday and Friday and I'll try my very best to post on those days and most likely will forget because with college and everything, life gets in the way. So I was in this class and this class. I believe I have Coach to do this week. Yeah, still working on the one from last week. I didn't finish it 'cause I was too tired. I was like close to 1:30 in the morning. I didn't feel like staying up. I think I only have like 4 or 5 topics to do in that one. Then I finished the one for this week. And probably start the other one for next week, and things like that. I think I'm about finishing the one that is the draft for this week, 2 days, and third and um Thursday or Friday maybe. It depends on my schedule. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing for next semester. The link for Alex is not open yet. Oops, I accidentally went up instead of down. We're getting tired. So this is not gonna be out until week 1. Now I'm looking forward to it because it's math. And not gonna lie, this is the second time taking this course because they gave us a timer on the quiz and I wasn't finished and I ended up getting a F. Like they graded different. Well, I would have got it a C or D, but they graded different in this course. Hopefully I pass it this time because I feel take it at our time. And I made it clear to the school I'm not taking it at our time. So this is what I'll be doing week 1. I can wait so y'all because it's locked. I'll probably show y'all on the 23rd if I remember. And this is week 2, week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I probably have better luck on it because this is my second time taking it. And I guess I'll show you what I did last time in January. So this is what it looks like. So yeah. I guess I'll show you the other course I'm taking next month. Well, not, it is called saying the number. But I say this month on the 23rd kind of confused me. Like my best friend asked me like, why they have you taking the course like this month and last month? Like, dude, I had no idea. He was trying to throw me off. Like when I first started going to this class or this like campus, like threw me off. Like no, it was late. Like oh my goodness. Cause somehow I convinced myself that I was going to school like in December, but it's a number. Like oh my goodness. Then they changed it to October, like throwing me off. Like they keep changing it on me sometimes. I'm like what? Cause I think I had to like put it on my calendar to remember. Cause most likely will forget. I think somebody's outside my house. I hear a motor. Probably across the street. I'm not sure what I like class for this class or the math class. I'm not sure. Can I go to Engagely? Yeah, I don't know if I pronounce it correctly because my English is terrible. This is what I'm doing for week 1. So I'll probably like do 2 things and like Monday and 2 on Tuesday, 1 Wednesday or Thursday. Maybe 2 Monday, 1 Tuesday, 1 Wednesday, 1 Thursday, 2 for Friday. That I usually like go to class, like do like 2 days on Monday. It like plus things to do. like for the week, I like probably like do two things each day, or two things one day and one like like one days. It doesn't make sense because I suck at describing things. Like say I do these two Monday, this Tuesday, this Wednesday, this Thursday, and this Friday. That's how I usually would do it. Okay, this is week 2, week 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and week 8. See, the day I was doing course projects, they go to they do the points that I had no idea what to do. I'm not gonna lie, and do like in 12 days. That's when the class starts. No idea what to write about. I'm gonna think on it. If I don't get distracted or anybody blow my phone, then I'll probably figure out what to write about. Cause so they said they can send us like topics to pick, and that's kind of helpful right there. Cause I had no idea what to write about. I probably just ring it. So this online course project overview. What it look like? Yeah, it starts in week 4, so it still has some time. Let me see when week 4 starts. Get my calendar. It looks like calculator. Oh my goodness. I'm tired. Too early for going to class. So class starts on 23rd, so that's week 1. So this starts week 4 starts on number 6. So that means I have this starts on 23rd. So I had 3 weeks to figure out what I want to write about. So I had 3 weeks to figure out what I want to write about. Yeah. And it says we should start week 1. And getting close to week 1, I only have one more week in the class I'm taking right now. And I had no idea what to write about. Like I put it write a puzzle, and I don't know what to write about. I'm clueless. I'll probably ask my best friend to help me pick a topic and I'll go with that one because sometimes I'm indecisive. And last project I done, let's say I had redone like 6 or 7 times because I am picky. Like the course project I done last time at point, it was about Tesla, and I changed it lots of times. Cause I can't even get my mind what I want to write about Tesla. I had to like web all the founder, like who has it created. You know, to be honest, I was thinking about getting a Tesla, but then I had to hire somebody to like install the raw connector, cause I do not trust myself hooking that up. Learned my lesson with that in middle school. When my PE teachers asked me to check on the box, like to throw the lights and stuff like that. Get like a power outage and like that. Learn my lesson. That was a big no-no because it was raining and thundering outside, and I got electrocuted. Let's say me and my friend we were clueless on the word that box, and it was kind of just a power outage because we didn't know what we were doing. We like pushing buttons, like running buttons, because we don't know what we were doing. I did told my coach that was a bad idea because I don't know what I was doing. So yeah. No, I had Miss Julia working on the breaker, what they call it, like inside the house. Cause I don't had a clue what I was doing. To be honest. That day I was traumatizing, and that happened in 2015 when I was in 8th grade. So yeah, and that was very traumatizing. So I didn't write I do a proposal like all it is. I do the search at the purpose, the audience, the content I use, and stuff like that. And it's about the problem. So I make a problem. I'll probably make a business again, or something like that. And I create like somebody stealing money, like from me, or something like that. I'll probably do that. I'm not sure yet. I didn't think on it. Because see, wanna hear C, and I'm sure. They want us to start this in week 1. And I have no clue what to write about. Then they want to do a Jenkins page and do an APA form in PowerPoint that I had no clue how to do in PowerPoint. I know I do that in Word 360. So wish me luck on that. And they want us to work again on week 5 and 6, 7, and 8. So yeah. I guess let's go to class. So I'm gonna start this class. Oh, they're going to do a survey. Oh, no, so do this now or do this next week when class actually ends. Yeah, I'll probably do it Friday. Okay, modules. I'm getting hungry in these again. I really don't eat in the morning because most of the time I'm not hungry in the morning. And if I'm supposed to eat, I most likely will get sick. Lately. My friend learned his lesson. When I told him I wasn't hungry. Let's say there was a big mess. Like in gym. Let's say my stomach didn't I like the food that he gave me, and I like barf everywhere. And my stomach was hurting, and I was kind of dizzy, and I couldn't walk up to the second floor for my second class of the day. I believe that was science. So yeah. Like, do not force me to eat when I'm hungry or something like that would happen. Like, I remember one time, like, in high school, my best said you need to eat. I told him I wasn't feeling well, so he gave me a bunch of orange juice. By the way, it did not work. It just made my stomach very bad. Like, I had, like, bad injection because of that. Really, it was bad. Like, it was, like, so bad. Like, the school, like, I had to send me home. Like, it was, like, that bad. I, like, was so, like, in pain. It was, like, so bad. Like, they try to call my mother family members and stuff like that bad. And they couldn't get hold of my mother because she's like RN then. And her coworker didn't want to, like, to tell her. So, yeah. So, like, in being in school for, like, 3 hours of waiting to be picked up. So, yeah. My sister and how they drink orange juice because of that. Girl, from a traumatized because of the day. The first time in years I drank orange juice probably like 2 months ago. I don't even drink orange juice because I don't like the taste. And I really don't like lemonade too because of the bitter taste. Like, bleh. I don't like orange juice or lemonade. It doesn't really like the taste. It just kind of tastes odd. It kind of tastes bitter to me. Okay with passion fruit juice. Okay with apple juice. Okay with fruit punch. Sometimes like depends on drinking food. Like sometimes my stomach will not agree with it. Sometimes I think I'm gluten free because every time I eat something gluten, my stomach start hurting. I probably get tested for that. Cause I eat something gluten on a day. Cause I made like gumbo. I guess it has some gluten in there. Like my stomach has been right since. Let's say my son been very upset. You know what I mean? So yeah. I know that's a lot of TMI right there. But so yeah. So I'll write down what I'm going to do, then I will pause this video and I'll be right back. Okay, I had finished. Now to week 7 lesson. I have to pause again to write some notes. I'll spell soil before I start the notes. I say not to write everything like I usually do. I'm gonna show the TED Talk other write some notes. Okay, so we're gonna pause and be right back. Okay guys, I have finished. Only one or two here. So yeah, like here to here. That's about it. So I guess we watch this. So yeah. Oops, accidentally moved it.
No more hiding under your pillow, because this system actually detects snoring, then adjusts to help reduce it. Experience the mattress ranked #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power 4 years in a row.
A few years ago, I broke into my own house. I had just driven home. It was around midnight in the dead of Montreal winter. I'd been visiting my friend Jeff across town, and the thermometer on the front porch read minus 40 degrees. And don't bother asking if that's Celsius or Fahrenheit. Minus 40 is where the two scales meet. It was very cold. And as I stood on the front porch fumbling in my pockets, I found I didn't have my keys. In fact, I could see them through the window lying on the dining room table where I had left them. So I quickly ran around and tried all the other doors and windows, and they were locked tight. I thought about calling a locksmith. At least I had my cell phone, but at midnight, it could take a while for a locksmith to show up, and it was cold. I couldn't go back to my friend Jeff's house for the night because I had an early flight to Europe the next morning, and I needed to get my passport in my suitcase. So, desperate and freezing cold, I found a large rock, and I broke through the basement window, cleared out the shards of glass. I crawled through. I found a piece of cardboard and taped it up over the whole opening, figuring that in the morning on the way to the airport, I could call my contractor and ask him to fix it. This was going to be expensive, but probably no more expensive than the middle of the night locksmith. So I figured under the circumstances, I was coming out even. Now, I'm a neuroscientist by training, and I know a little bit about how the brain performs under stress. It releases cortisol, that raises your heart rate, it modulates adrenaline levels, and it clouds your thinking. So the next morning, when I woke up on too little sleep, worrying about the hole in the window and the mental note that I had to call my contractor and the freezing temperatures and the meetings I had upcoming in Europe, and, with all the cortisol in my brain, my thinking was cloudy, but I didn't know it was cloudy because my thinking was cloudy. And it wasn't until I got to the airport check-in counter that I realized I didn't have my passport. So I raced home in the snow and ice, 40 minutes, got my passport, raced back to the airport. I made it just in time, but they had given away my seat to someone else, so I got stuck in the back of the plane next to the bathrooms in a seat that wouldn't recline on an 8-hour flight. Well, I had a lot of time to think during those 8 hours of no sleep. And I started wondering, are there things that I can do, systems that I can put into place that'll prevent bad things from happening? Or at least if bad things happen, will minimize the likelihood of it being a total catastrophe. So I started thinking about that, but my thoughts didn't crystallize until about a month later. I was having dinner with my colleague Danny Kahneman, the Nobel Prize winner, and I somewhat embarrassedly told him about having broken my window and, forgot my passport. And Danny shared with me that he'd been practicing something called prospective hindsight. It's something that he had gotten from the psychologist Gary Klein, who had written about it a few years before, also called the pre-mortem. Now, you all know what the post-mortem is. Whenever there's a disaster, a team of experts come in and they try to figure out what went wrong, right? Well, in the pre-mortem, Danny explained, you look ahead and you try to figure out all the things that could go wrong, and then you try to figure out what you can do to prevent those things from happening or to minimize the damage. So what I want to talk to you about today are some of the things we can do in the form of a pre-mortem. Some of them are obvious. Some of them are not so obvious. I'll start with the obvious ones. Around the home, designate a place for things that are easily lost. Now, this sounds like common sense, and it is, but there's a lot of science to back this up based on the way our spatial memory works. There's a structure in the brain called the hippocampus that evolved over tens of thousands of years to keep track of the locations of important things. Where the well is, where fish can be found, that stand of fruit trees, where the friendly and enemy tribes live. The hippocampus is the part of the brain that in London taxi cab drivers becomes enlarged. It's the part of the brain that allows squirrels to find their nuts. And if you're wondering, somebody actually did the experiment where they cut off the olfactory sense of the squirrels and they could still find their nuts. They weren't using smell, they were using the hippocampus, this exquisitely evolved mechanism in the brain for finding things, but it's really good for things that don't move around much, not so good for things that move around. So this is why we lose car keys and reading glasses and passports. So in the home, designate a spot for your keys, a hook by the door, maybe a decorative bowl, for your passport, a particular drawer, for your reading glasses, a particular table. If you designate a spot and you're scrupulous about it, your things will always be there when you look for them. What about travel? Take a cell phone picture of your credit cards, your driver's license, your passport. Mail it to yourself so it's in the cloud. If these things are lost or stolen, you can facilitate replacement. Now, these are some rather obvious things. Remember, when you're under stress, the brain releases cortisol. Cortisol is toxic and it causes cloudy thinking. So part of the practice of the pre-mortem is to recognize that under stress, you're not going to be at your best, and you should put systems in place. And there's perhaps no more stressful a situation than when you're confronted with a medical decision to make. And at some point, all of us are going to be in that position where we have to make a very important decision about the future of our medical care or that of a loved one to help them with the decision. And so I want to talk about that. And I'm going to talk about a very particular medical condition, but this stands as a proxy for all kinds of medical decision-making, and indeed for financial decision-making and social decision-making, any kind of decision you have to make that would benefit from a rational assessment of the facts. So, suppose you go to your doctor and the doctor says, I just got your lab work back, your cholesterol is a little high. Now, you all know that high cholesterol is associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, heart attack, stroke. And so you're thinking having high cholesterol isn't the best thing. And so the doctor says, I'd like to give you a drug that'll help you lower your cholesterol, a statin. And you've probably heard of statins. You know that they're among the most widely prescribed drugs in the world today. You probably even know people who take them. And so you're thinking, yeah, give me the statin. But there's a question you should ask at this point, a statistic you should ask for that most doctors don't like talking about, and pharmaceutical companies like talking about even less. It's for the number needed to treat. Now, what is this, the NNT? It's the number of people that need to take a drug or undergo a surgery or any medical procedure before one person is helped. And you're thinking, what kind of crazy statistic is that? Right? The number should be 1. My doctor wouldn't prescribe something to me if it's not going to help. But actually, medical practice doesn't work that way. And it's not the doctor's fault. If anybody's fault, it's the fault of scientists like me. We haven't figured out the underlying mechanisms well enough. But GlaxoSmithKline estimates that 90% of the drugs work in only 30 to 50% of the people. So the number needed to treat for the most widely prescribed statin, what do you suppose it is? How many people have to take it before one person's helped? 300. This is according to research by research practitioners Jerome Groopman and Pamela Hartzband, independently confirmed by Bloomberg.com. I ran through the numbers myself. 300 people have to take the drug for a year before one heart attack, stroke, or other adverse event is prevented. Now, you're probably thinking, well, okay, 1 in 300 chance of lowering my cholesterol. Why not, doc? Give me the prescription anyway. But you should ask at this point for another statistic, and that is, tell me about the side effects, right? So for this particular drug, the side effects occur in 5% of the patients. And they include terrible things: debilitating muscle and joint pain, gastrointestinal distress. But now you're thinking, well, 5%, not very likely it's going to happen to me. I'll still take the drug. But wait a minute. Remember, under stress, we're not thinking clearly. So think about how you're going to work through this ahead of time so you don't have to manufacture the chain of reasoning on the spot. 300 people take the drug, right? One person's helped. 5% of those 300 have side effects. That's 15 people. You're 15 times more likely to be harmed by the drug than you are to be helped by the drug. Now, I'm not saying whether you should take the statin or not. I'm just saying you should have this conversation with your doctor. Medical ethics requires it. It's part of the principle of informed consent. You have the right to have access to this kind of information to begin the conversation about whether you want to take the risks or not. Now, you might be thinking I've pulled this number out of the air for shock value. But in fact, it's rather typical, this number needed to treat. For the most widely performed surgery on men over the age of 50, removal of the prostate for cancer, the number needed to treat is 49. That's right, 49 surgeries are done for every one person who's helped. And the side effects in that case occur in 50% of the patients. They include impotence, erectile dysfunction, urinary incontinence, rectal tearing, fecal incontinence. And if you're lucky, and you're one of the 50% who has these, they'll only last for a year or two. So the idea of the premortem is to think ahead of time to the questions that you might be able to ask that will push the conversation forward. You don't want to have to manufacture all of this on the spot. And you also want to think about things like quality of life, because you have a choice oftentimes. Do I want a shorter life that's pain-free, or a longer life that might have a great deal of pain towards the end? These are things to talk about and think about now with your family and your loved ones. You might change your mind in the heat of the moment, but at least you're practiced with this kind of thinking. Remember, our brain under stress releases cortisol, and one of the things that happens at that moment is a whole bunch of systems shut down. There's an evolutionary reason for this. Face to face with a predator, you don't need your digestive system or your libido or your immune system, because if your body is expending metabolism on those things and you don't react quickly, you might become the lion's lunch, and then none of those things matter. Unfortunately, one of the things that goes out the window during those times of stress is rational, logical thinking, as Danny Kahneman and his colleagues have shown. So we need to train ourselves to think ahead to these kinds of situations. I think the important point here is recognizing that all of us are flawed. We all are going to fail now and then. The idea is to think ahead to what those failures might be, to put systems in place that will help minimize the damage or to prevent the bad things from happening in the first place. Getting back to that snowy night in Montreal, when I got back from my trip, I had my contractor install a combination lock next to the door with a key to the front door in it, an easy to remember combination. And I have to admit, I still have piles of mail that haven't been sorted and piles of emails that I haven't gone through. So I'm not completely organized, but I see organization as a gradual process, and I'm getting there. Thank you very much.
The all-new Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic automatically responds to snoring. So no more hiding under your pillow, because this system actually detects snoring, then adjusts to help reduce it. Experience the mattress ranked #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power 4 years in a row. The all-new Ergo...
Okay, so next I do the discussions in this class. Then I'm done for this class for the day. Then I had to do the lesson to the other class. Then I'm done for the day. Then I don't finish the course project to do this week. Then I pretty much done. So I have 2 more things to do after this. So yeah. So I'll write this down. So yeah, then I have to answer the questions. Then I'll be done for today. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna have like class today. Around 5:30. I'm not gonna record that. So yeah, only for like pieces what I'm doing like in class. So yeah, we all have to stay on here like all day about this video. So yeah, so it might be like near an hour for me, an hour, 2 hours for y'all, and for me, it'd be like 8 hours. So yeah. Okay, guys, I have finished discussing. I just had to post it. Y'all can read what I said. Y'all can like pause it and read it. This is right here's the question. I just answered it. Hopefully, I have well enough. So yeah, now I'm going to post it. So I did post it. Like here where I at is 1:46, but over there is 12 something. Okay, let me see what time it is over there. Oh, that's kind of weird. The school I go to, they have the same time that I have. Well, I made it before them, but yeah. Okay, I have to go. Where is 12 something? I had good much. I figured out what the time limit at the city here. Okay, so I finished that class for the day. Now I have to go to here. I'll do this one later. Then go to modules. Then to week 7. Then write that down. Then I'll do the lessons. Then I'm done for the day in that class. Then I go to Microsoft Word to finish the class with the course project. Yeah, oh yeah, it's due next week. Okie dokie. So I need to work on one more. Yay. Yeah, now I'm going to like write some notes. Then we gonna watch the video. So yeah. And another video. And that'll be it. Like for the class, then I'll go to this app right here, Microsoft 360 Word. Then finish the course projects. Then I'll post it next week. Because I do this week, so yeah. Then I pretty much be done for the week. Well, for today. Well, for today, not a week. Sorry, I'm tired. My brain is trying to make me think it's Friday when it's not. So yeah. Okay guys, I am back. Let's watch the video.
If you go back in time 18 years, I was driving the packages to the post office myself, and we were very primitive. The internet is...
Jeff Bezos is the founder and CEO of Amazon with an estimated worth of at least $25 billion. He sold his first book on Amazon in another era, back in 1995. Part of what Amazon customers expect.
Yes.
We want it now.
Yes.
What's happening at the fulfillment centers that have made that possible?
The secret is we're on our 7th generation of fulfillment centers, and we have gotten better every time.
Amazon's fast, convenient, low-cost shopping has changed the way millions of people shop. The company still faces the traditional and daunting task of creating a seamless flow of deliveries to its customers, often millions of times each day.
We like to pioneer, we like to explore, we like to go down dark alleys and see what's on the other side.
Bezos started Amazon.com with a simple idea. Use the internet to transform book buying into the fastest, easiest, and most enjoyable shopping experience possible. Amazon began adding products and services other than books. Amazon soon set its goal on being Earth's most customer-centric company, where customers can find and discover virtually anything they might want to buy online.
When I was driving the packages myself, one of my visualizations of success is that we might one day be big enough that we could afford a forklift.
You've got forklifts.
We've got forklifts.
There is very little Amazon doesn't have.
A virtual superstore, stocking almost every retail offering imaginable, embodies Earth's biggest selection. Amazon's e-commerce platform.
Oh, listen to the video. I read a book. That's such a one read a book. It was something funny on it. So I didn't read it out loud. Okay, back to the video.
Is used by more than 2 million small businesses, retail brands, and individual sellers.
That's why many top brands are turning to Amazon Web Store as their e-commerce solution.
Selling on Amazon, Fulfillment by Amazon, Amazon Web Store, and Checkout by Amazon allow small businesses to use Amazon's e-commerce platform to facilitate sales. Online retailers store their products at Amazon's fulfillment centers, and when they sell a product, Amazon ships it. These business partnerships all contribute to Amazon's sales, which now exceed $75 billion.
Amazon Vice President Dave Clark showed us how the process begins. After the products arrive into the building, they are immediately scanned. The products are then placed by stackers in what seems to outsiders as a haphazard way. A book on Buddhism and Zen resting next to Mrs. Potato Head. Here's what I want to know. This is a Swiffer, all right? Yep. It's sitting next to the Encyclopedia of World History. That doesn't make any sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
It does.
What?
Because those two things, if you look at how these items fit in the bin,
Yeah,
they're optimized for utilizing the available space.
Oh, I see.
And we have computers and algorithmic work that tells people the areas of the building that have the most space to put product in that's coming in at that time.
Amazon has become so efficient with its stacking, it can now store twice as many goods in its centers as it did 5 years ago.
Anything you want on Earth, you're going to get from us.
Anything you want on Earth, you're going to get for us.
That's where we're headed, I believe.
Once your order's placed, a so-called pick ambassador walks the aisles, plucking and scanning your items before placing them in bins. Those bins eventually wind up in front of a packer who knows exactly how big of a box to use based on the weight and amount of items. Your address is slapped onto the box, and then a picture is taken of your address label. Gadgets known as shoes sort and divert the boxes to the appropriate spiral chute based on the postal code. This accelerates the delivery process. The boxes are then loaded onto awaiting trucks, which are assigned to particular regions. If you can do this with all these products, what else can you do? You guys can organize the world.
Well, you've got to start somewhere.
But the company's also started same-day deliveries of groceries.
Amazon Fresh began in Seattle and has now expanded to San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York City.
You know, what's not to love? You order the groceries online and we deliver them to your door.
All right, here we go.
Amazon is now flowing into other areas far removed from its original mission as an online bookseller. Amazon Fashion, launched this fall, sells high-end clothing.
According to Bezos, Amazon employees are always asking, how do we do this better? So the company is continually streamlining its processes to reduce defects and waste. As a result, many new changes and improvements are related to Amazon's supply chain and logistics management.
Tell me, what is Amazon today? I would define Amazon by our big ideas, which are customer centricity, putting the customer at the center of everything we do.
During our visit to Amazon's campus in Seattle, Bezos kept telling us that he did have a big surprise, something he wanted to unveil for the first time.
Let me show you something.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
These are octocopters.
Yeah.
These are effectively drones, but there's no reason that they can't be used as delivery vehicles. Take a look up here so I can show you how it works.
All right. We're talking about delivery here.
We're talking about delivery. So there's an item going into the vehicle. I know this looks like science fiction. It's not.
Wow.
We can do half-hour delivery.
Half-hour delivery.
Half-hour delivery. And we can carry objects, we think, up to 5 pounds, which covers 86% of the items that we deliver.
And what is the range between the fulfillment center and where you can do this within 30 minutes?
These generations of vehicles, it could be a 10-mile radius from a fulfillment center. So in urban areas, you could actually cover very significant portions of the population. And so it won't work for everything. You know, we're not going to deliver kayaks or table saws this way.
Right.
These are electric motors, so this is all electric. It's very green. It's better than driving trucks around. It will work, and it will happen, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
With the drones possibly taking flight in the not-too-distant future, Amazon is raising the stakes in the race for faster delivery. Jeff Bezos believes the company has no choice.
Companies have short lifespans, Charlie, and Amazon will be disrupted one day.
And you worry about that?
I don't worry about it because I know it's inevitable. Companies come and go. And the companies that are the shiniest and most important of any era, you wait a few decades and they're gone.
And your job is to make sure that you delay that date.
I would love for it to be after I'm dead.
The next video is right here.
Success at Mall of America is keeping our property fresh, having new retail, new attractions, new engaging experiences for our guests so that we can attract over 40 million visitors annually. And what's exciting is we've been able to do that for the last 23 years. People have the unexpected happen every time that they come to Mall of America. You know, being the Hollywood of the Midwest, which we call since we have celebrities here all the time, it's great to be able to do autograph signings, you know, book releases, as well as movie premieres. We want to make sure not only the locals, but also our tourists have a unique experience every time they come and visit, and we've been successful ever since day one. Mall of America has over 520 retail experiences, and as well as we have amazing attractions and entertainment that complement that mix, and that's what makes us a true destination for entertainment and retail.
Mall of America is owned by the Ghermezian brothers. The Ghermezians first built West Edmonton Mall in Edmonton, Canada, and Mall of America in Minnesota, two of the coldest places in North America. You'd wonder, how would they succeed here? They knew. They looked at the property. They saw that it was at the intersection of major freeways, next to a major international airport, in a major metropolitan area. Very nice demographics in terms of household income, and they knew that that was a formula for success. 40 million visitors, how do we keep them coming here? It's having a very strong marketing platform. It's having a presence, but more than anything else, it's word of mouth. It's when consumers come to the mall and they have this great experience, they go home, especially our tourists, and they tell our friends, you would not believe this mall I saw in Minnesota. It's amazing. Mall of America is the largest mall right now in the nation at more than 4.87 million square feet, and we're adding on. Later this year, we're opening our new grand front entrance, and that will bring us up to about 5.5 million square feet. It'll include a 342-room JW Marriott hotel, a 10-story office tower, and up to another 50 retailers, making us not only the busiest, but the most massive mall in the nation.
It's important for us to have exclusive retail, something new to the marketplace. That's what attracts people from around the world. We have department stores traditionally, just like your Nordstrom, your Sears, and Macy's, as well as specialty retail. It's something unique. It's important for us to bridge brands together to create that unique retail.
There's so many different ways that people can buy things today. And so Mall of America has really had to work on a strategy, and our strategy is all around the guest experience. We really try to give them experiences that they can't get anywhere else. And so we have our theme park, Nickelodeon Universe, that is the central part of Mall of America. But we also have some other really great attractions like Lego, where we have actually the world's largest Lego robot built all out of Legos. We have SeaWorld Aquarium, so 1.2 million gallon tank that is filled with sea creatures of all different sizes. We have an American Girl doll flagship store. We have ACES, a flight simulation experience. And then we also own and operate a 14-screen theater. So it's really all about having fun, bringing your family, and getting some shopping done as well. At Mall of America, we offer a specialty leasing program where we can give brands that have new concepts a chance to try them out here at Mall of America and expose them to the millions of visitors that we have locally, regionally, and internationally.
It's the single biggest retail location in the country. There are 40-some million people who come here every year, and it's primarily an entertainment mall compared to a traditional mall. We're a flight simulation business, and people come in off the street that aren't pilots, and we teach them how to fly F-18 Hornet jet fighters, and they can fight each other and dogfight, shoot each other down. Extremely realistic flight simulators. They're essentially duplicates of the multi-million-dollar systems used by the military to train fighter pilots.
In addition to your traditional retail that you would expect, a trend is retail-tainment, and you see that a lot with American Girl or Lego Imagination Center or Build-A-Bear, where you have the retail experience within the store, but there's something additional to that. It's the play, it's the interaction that the shoppers and consumers can have with the actual brand.
Which one do you want? 56 with the cute curly hair. Yeah, I like it. So cute.
The dining attractions at Mall of America are so important to our mixed use. When you look at online shopping, dining allows us to offer something that's unique and different. It's something you can't do online. Whether it's sit-down dining, fast casual, or fast food, dining is a very important component for us in our future success at Mall of America.
We do have more than 400 events every year at Mall of America. We might have a high-end fashion show. We might have a teen idol come and make an appearance or do a performance. They all appeal to different guests and different demographics, but they do drive traffic to the mall.
One of our many annual events here at Mall of America is our Holiday Light Show. The light show is programmed to great holiday tunes. It actually snows. We do welcome over about 5,000 mall walkers every single year. Doors open at 6 in the morning, and we are welcoming probably about 100 guests every day getting their walk-in at Mall of America. We've offered world champion sumo wrestlers here at the mall. Where else can you go and see 600-pound men wrestle inside a mall? Where else are you going to get that kind of variety? And it also kind of, I think, gives people that allure of trying to come out and check out, see what Mall of America is doing next.
Mall of America shoppers are literally from age 3 to 83. We really focus in on the local market, which is actually 60% of our shoppers. And we also focus in on our tourists, which is 40% of our shoppers. So we have different messages to those different audiences. We also have, a key target audience of women, 35 plus. We know that she's the dominant shopper. She makes the decisions, but she also brings her kids out here. She brings her spouse out here, and she also brings her girlfriends. When you look at our international market, Canada being directly north of us is our #1 international market. The Scandinavian countries with direct routes to Minnesota are very successful for us. Norway, Sweden, Iceland, Denmark, as well as Germany, England, France. We have a lot of efforts right now in Asia. We've always had the Japanese market very strong, but China is an emerging market for us. Brazil is a very strong market for us and emerging as well. A typical campaign for Mall of America includes TV, radio, print, and we also include our social campaigns in there as well. And the recent campaign that we ran was the Scream Collector.
I'm the Scream Collector. I've been collecting screams at Nickelodeon Universe for several years now.
The campaign was surrounded around a scientist who was collecting screams on all of the thrill rides in Nickelodeon Universe. It started with a TV commercial where the Scream Collector was showing how he collected these screams. That translated then into billboards of the Scream Collector. It was a hilarious campaign. It really brought out the true nature of what Nickelodeon Universe is all about.
Mall of America is at the forefront of social media and digital technology within the retail industry. We created an area called ESP. That's our Enhanced Service Portal. It's the hub of communication where our social media, our texting platform, our digital, our phone operations, our security, they're all now in a single area. What that allows us to do is to speak with one voice to our guests and to the consumers, to be consistent with our messaging and give real-time answers, suggestions, and advice to consumers. It's that kind of customer service, that interaction, that use of technology, not to sell things, but to enhance the experience that will keep us successful. In the coming years, we're going to double the size of Mall of America, and it will be the premier destination, we believe, in the nation.
Okay, I'm back. I got a message saying there were packets at my door. I thought my hot costume came on time. I was expecting coming maybe late on in the week, totally surprised me. Okay. Now I work on this. I did work on it, like some of it. And this one is so far, like the table of contents. By the way, I need to put more later. I need to put more stuff on the table of content. Y'all can really don't want to. I think I need to do a spell check. Cause I was half asleep writing this. Like, I started like on 8 something. I started like 1:30 in the morning. Saturday, Friday when I was still. So yeah. So that's basically all I did for the past 2 days. Monday and not Monday, Friday and Saturday. So yeah. So I need to finish here. So I did the big even one. I have 4 more topics to do. Then another few topics. I need that. Then I'm pretty much done for the course project, I believe. So I'm gonna pause the video. Then I'll show you what I done. Then so yeah, cause I'm pretty sure y'all don't feel like watching me type for me like 3 hours. So yeah, I'll probably type for 2 hours or something like that. I finish the rest tomorrow or something. Cause I don't want to worry about myself, you know. So yeah. So I'm trying to get myself to, let's start class to 10:30, maybe 11 ish, and stop on 4 sometimes, maybe 6 or 7 something at night. So yeah, cause I know it's really seeing that much all day. My back is really started hurting. So yeah, and I know my business said you need to take a break. So yeah, I'll see y'all guys later. Hey guys, I was writing and I look at the time like, oh my goodness, I missed a live class. But good thing my instructor always record. But I really forgot. I was like so focused in writing and I look at the time like, oh my goodness. I don't know if she's still on there or doing the live class. It's probably over by now. Cause I get 30 minutes late. I just noticed it. I will check. So I'll be right back unless I know. Hey guys, I totally missed it. It looked like the instructor doing questions and I got freaked out and left. So I don't wait to see post recording. And then I supposed to take a screenshot to prove that I was recording. I posted a discussion. Probably do that one tomorrow. Gonna post on 3 separate days. Maybe I'll post that Thursday. Cause I like comment twice on my classmate posts. So that means I do that with like Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So yeah. I can't believe I forgot. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I don't forget that my class in my different class Thursday. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm not joking. When I'm typing, I forget what time. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that. Oh my goodness. I'm in denial that I missed the class. Oh my goodness. Can I take a break and eat for the past 2 hours maybe? So yeah, I did type a little. So yeah, I didn't wrote a lot per se. But oh my goodness. So yeah, that's all I have written so far. So yeah. Oh, I need to save this. But I didn't delete it. Not gonna lie, that did happen before. I had to rewrite it. Like one time my laptop died when I was writing and didn't save, and all the work I had done had deleted. Like wow. So yeah, I'm gonna pause again and finish writing. I have 4 more topics to do. I'll probably do 2 more topics and call it a night and finish the rest tomorrow. Okay, I'm getting tired. So yeah. I'll let you know when I get close to it. So yeah. I guess give a fun fact when I'm writing. Like most of the time when I'm writing or doing like class assignments, I would listen to like an audiobook or a movie or TV show when I'm like in class or stay focused. Like I don't hear no noise or anything like that, I will fall asleep or get tired. So yeah. I learn when to do something and I stay awake. So yeah, that's a fun fact about me. So I'll get back to class. So yeah. Oh, sorry about the fan, that noise in the background. The fan is on because it's getting hot. So yeah. I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible because it's about to be an hour like in this video. So yeah. Hey guys, I decided to do the last 3 tomorrow because I am getting tired and I need to eat and cook. I mean, cook and eat, oh my goodness. Then sleep. So yeah, I posted this video. So I'll see what I've done so far. Then I guess I'll end that video and finish writing the last one. So yeah. So this is what I did today. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you my page right here. I added this way here. And then I just checked the links and they work. So yeah. And they told my instructor that I couldn't find the author's name. I couldn't find it like for me. And I pretty much give up. So yeah. Now I'm gonna do finance data. I talk about that. Then I'll be done for the day. So yeah. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit all, because you'll be notified when I post a new video. And I'll try to post a video Friday. Okay? Bye!